It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to the world of 3. My name is Holly Demott, and I'm joining you from the Midwest of the United States. I am in a state called Iowa, and this is my home state. So I spend a lot of time here, a lot of time. I'm originally, though, not originally, but I do live in Arizona. That's where I have spent my last really 14 years is having my home in Arizona. And I love to travel around. I love it when it comes to building this business, which is why we're on this morning. And this is an onboarding webinar. And I want to really commend you and welcome you for jumping on to really learning the next steps of what are the next steps to really getting my business going. Where do I plug in? And you're hungry. And, I cannot wait to hop into the PowerPoint presentation. I'm a visual learner and I love to share that. And so we're going to pop that up right now and you all can follow along, take notes. I will say this, you don't have to know everything. Take whatever we talk about today. I want you to take notes with it. You absolutely are going to connect with your sponsor, your leaders, and you're going to really develop a plan once we're done with this. I love knowing where I'm going. That's part of the onboarding process is really for you to hone in on what do I want from this? What are my goals? And then for you to tap in and really unlock that potential with yourself to go for it, to be like, okay, I have my plan. Here's where I'm going, and you take off. Okay, so it's like this freight train where you're taking off and it gains so much speed that nothing could stop it. Nothing, who wants that? Nothing could stop it. And I say that with business. I'm like, it's like a freight train. Like nothing's going to stop it. Like you get this momentum and it goes. So this is the very first steps. I'm excited for you all to come on board. I remember when I came on board, 14 years ago when I came into this space. And I was excited. I was staying up late at night. I was trying to like just absorb as much as I could about this space, this industry, and the company, and I wanted to know. And look where it's led. It's led to a life of freedom. It's led to goodness, so much development, personal development, business development, relationships, people that I've met. And so that it makes me excited that you're all onboarding and you're getting started. A little bit of a background so you can kind of know the dichotomy here between traditional business models. I used to be in a traditional business. I used to work for a corporate international bank, and that was the traditional. Couldn't get more and more traditional than that. So let's look through what it looks like to be traditional, just so you can understand the difference even more. So with a traditional model, let's say you're an entrepreneur and you have an office. So you have to pay for that spacing. You have to pay for staffing and customer service. I can tell you one thing. The one thing that I don't like to do, and what I hear that many people don't like to do, is they don't like to manage people. They don't even they don't want to do the payroll. They don't have to do all these things of who's filling this time and this time, the whole management, and then finding help, losing help, all of that. Inventory, having to have products, having to have whatever your service is right there for people to walk out with, the manufacturing of it in order to have that product in your space, and then the research and development, which is pricey. It's expensive to do that when you have your own products, a website, and then a business management system to really keep everything together and investing in that infrastructure. So this is traditional business, logistics, having to think about the shipping, having to think about everything being delivered wherever it should be on time. And then the marketing, which is a huge piece. Most companies a massive amount to their marketing budget, as that's how people are going to hear about their company, their product, and so forth. Sales staff and working through all of them, finding the talent. And it's, you guys, this is all do it yourself. This is all, I talk about building from scratch. And, you know, at, looking at this, I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot for someone to do a traditional business model. And that's where this comes in a little bit differently. And I always say what we have is entrepreneurship made easy. Made easy. Okay, so just want you guys to look at that and think, wow, okay, do I want to do all that? And that's what a lot of companies do. So let's look at the power of sharing economy. The power of sharing economy has to do with you have a platform provider. So you're using your own personal assets to really participate and share with the economy. So Uber, most people have heard of Uber, Lyft, Grab over in Asia, and then Airbnb. You've heard of all these, VRBO. They're all sharing their assets. The Uber driver's driving his own car and he's sharing that in the economy. So that is this whole concept really has taken off. And it's an amazing way, yes, that people do make an additional stream of income. Well, what about doing it cross-border? So with that model, with the Uber, let's say, that's limited. If I was in Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada, that Uber driver can only make money in Las Vegas. People can only book him because he can only physically drive in Las Vegas. And then we look at what if it could go cross-border? What if it could go e-commerce? And that's what this is. So the platform provider is three. Three is based out of Lehi, Utah, right outside of Salt Lake City. And the participants are the brand ambassadors. We are the marketing. That's what I love about it. You're not going to see a three billboard. You're not going to see a three commercial. You're not going to see the company invest in that side of marketing, as we have a financial rewards plan. And that's the marketing. It's a beautiful, beautiful model. I absolutely, when I saw this, I loved it. And I thought, why? I thought to myself, why are more people not doing this? And then that was one of my whys is like, I want to go out and have more people join to understand this model. It's truly one of the most misunderstood business models. And it simply takes sharing it with people and educating with people about it. That we're marketing. That's what we do. The platform provider three, they do all the sales transactions. So what we do, we share and promote products and opportunity with our network. So we're sharing our network, bringing them into the company. And it's such a gift for who we introduce three to. So you're just getting started on your journey. These products are absolutely phenomenal. I have been around anti-aging products, immune products, gut health products. I love supplements. I love skincare. And I always up level. I want the best of the best. And with what we have here, they are the best all capital letters. I've never seen anything like this. And I've used pharmaceutical grade, I've used the top of the top. And it is one of the reasons why we're attracting so many professionals, so many medical professionals. Every time, I mean, today I'm full of meetings actually at, a compound pharmacy, two dentist office, a functional medicine office with a DO. Like I am busy with meetings with medical professionals, and that's not typical. That's not typical in our industry. And the reason that it's happening is because of the integrity of our products. So imagine doing all of this and then having these phenomenal products and this opportunity with the financial rewards plan to promote. Okay, and you'll get more into that the more you start looking at things and using the products yourself. So I love moving into starting your spark. So we all have a spark. We all have this spark to ignite. Whether maybe you're like, Holly, I don't know if I've ever, ignited the spark. Like I know I have it in me to impact people. I know I have it to impact my family, to impact myself, to really go for my why, go for my wants, the desires, all that. And here you feel it. Some of you may be on and you've already had this spark happen. And if that has happened, that's with me. I had this spark happen, and then you know what? I lost it. I lost it. I lost my passion for what I was doing. I lost I didn't, getting up in the morning wasn't as exciting because I lost my purpose. And three has reignited that for me. It's brought back my spark. And that feels amazing. That feels great. So wherever you are with your spark, my hope is to ignite that because you have so much to offer your network, your friends, your family, people that you're meeting for the very first time. You have so much of you to offer. People are attracted to your energy. They're attracted to how you show up. If you're showing up with, an attitude that's awesome, that people feel that. So you get to decide that, and you get to start your spark. And I want to encourage you, I want to inspire you to do that. So what we have here is a turnkey business system. Turnkey. Turnkey. So remember when I was talking about that traditional model where you have to like do all those things? Who wants to do that? This is turnkey. So it means you can start participating in the financial reward plan on day one. You could do it right away because they have this lined up for us. So here we are. We have a unique replicated website. And as soon as you opened your account, you have that website. You should have received an email and it has the website in it. Also, log into your back office, which I'll show you, and your website is listed right on there. And it's ready to go. A global play in and play out solution. You're ready to go with your site. Your back office is ready to populate your new people that you're starting on it, where you can start tracking everything, looking. It does all of that for us. The management system is something that I never take for granted because that's how we know our business. And that's how you can see, okay, oh, they ordered again. Oh, awesome. Oh, they did an upgrade. Like you can see that. You can track what we call core three, which is your own progress. And that's all in the system. We have corporate headquarters and international offices with customer service staff to support your business. So there's corporate offices. The main one is in Lehi, Utah. We also have offices in Hong Kong. We have warehouses in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Indonesia. There's soon to be offices in Taiwan and Malaysia. Really exciting in July with those openings. I'll be there. I'm coming. I cannot wait. I love it. And it's neat to know this is phase one of our journey together right here and being a part of it. So you're a part of something very special very early on. And they do all of the stock and managing the inventory. They do all that. We don't have to do that. They do that. So then they ship the products from the warehouse that's closest to that location, and people it arrives to people. They get to start the products. It's easy. Drop ship. Manufacturing and research and development, they do all of this. Thank goodness, because this is a really big task here. And so much of the research and development is done with Dr. Dan Gubler. Goodness, PhD, awesome, from Caltech. He is an awesome, amazing chief science officer. We're so happy that he leads that. He is, the formulator of the products, and he's brilliant. If you have not heard him speak yet on any videos, definitely tap into some of those videos and listen to him and you can find those on the Spark Global YouTube channel, and they're under the Wellness Wednesday. Dr. Dan is on there, and we have him on once a month on the Zoom on that Wednesday night. And they handle the shipping and the delivery logistics. They provide the marketing tools. So once you're in your back office, you can go into the marketing section with tools, and you could see beautiful images, beautiful little reel videos, even printing off things if you wanted to print off something. And so you can print off anything that you want back there. There's also ebook versions, so take advantage of the marketing tools. And they also provide trainings via live events, online events, and social media apps. Their social media channels are really spot on, and you can grab things from there as well. Okay, so let's look into setting up your business. When you set up your business, step one, log into your back office and review to make sure the info is correct. So logging into your back office, you should have received an email, and that has your username on it. If you don't know your password, if you set it up, you should know your password. If you did not set up your account, then ask your sponsor for the password, or you could simply hit the little question mark and reset your password, and it'll send you an email, and you can reset it right there on the spot. So log in, make sure everything is correct with your personal information, email, phone number, all of that, address. And then activate your e-wallet commission. So this is usually an email that comes in. You can also, once you're in that back office, you go to My Business, and then you'll notice there's a little wallet tab that you can select to really start that process. You want to set that up. Why? As you're introducing people, they're depositing money into your wallet. You sign someone up, they deposit money in there. With one of our ways to earn right away is our product introduction bonus. Or you may have retail and you're getting retail profit. So that goes into your wallet. You want to activate that so you can access your money. And then you download the 3 app. There's a 3 international app. This is also in the email that they send to you. And download that. And you use your username and password like you did with your back office. And you go in there and start having fun. There's steps in the very bottom in the middle that you can do a couple different lessons to start learning. Hear from Daniel Piku, the CEO and the founder. Hear from him, and you'll have steps in there to start with. So, love the 3 app. They've invested, goodness, an enormous amount of money for this app for it to be amazing for us. And there's tools in there to share. So learn about the resources for training and support. So this is something, very well could be specific to your region, your country, your teams, and ask your sponsor. Ask them, be like, okay, where's for the training and support? Where do you go? I want to follow what's successful here. And one of them absolutely is going to be Spark Global. And that's going to be the YouTube channel. So ask them for the resources, and also then working on your business plan. So let's break these down so you all have even more of an understanding of accessing your back office. This is the website to go to, office.3international.com. This gets you in there the quickest to get into your back office. Log in with your username and password. Review to make sure your info is correct. Set up your e-wallet. We want you to get paid. You want to get paid. And download the 3 app, the 3 international app. Then the corporate resources. We have customer service support, whether it's via telephone, email, or an online chat. So, several ways to speak with customer support that way. And what would you go to customer support for? You would go if you, let's say you have a question you're in your back office and you're like, you know what? I've tried, I've looked, I don't know where to find my order. Call them to message them. If you're like, hey, I'm looking for my tracking number for my order and it's not there or you cannot find it, go ahead and online chat with them. If you need help enrolling someone where you're like, you know what, I'm not at a place where I can, put them in, but I want to get them in ASAP. When someone wants to get started, you get them in the system. Call customer service. They can do that. So there's really nothing not to go to them for. So reach out. They are there to support all of us. And there's different ones for international markets. There's WeChat, WhatsApp, and there's Line. And with Line, I believe that's for Taiwan. And ask your sponsor again. Go, okay, customer support, which avenue do you use? Which do you normally chat with them? Do you call them? What's the easiest way to do that? And then we have marketing tools with QR codes and links with your website. Those are something to definitely, I want you to go and look at. I want you to find your website. Once you log in, on that main page, it says your site and hit the little plus button and it opens it up where you can see your QR code, which takes it to the main site, the main marketing site. And then there's different links for someone to sign up with brand ambassador link, a customer link. And so look at those and get familiar with them. I use those mainly when people sign up. That's when I use my link for. And, I like to be with people when they sign up physically. If I'm on the phone with them, I'll put their information in right then, or I'll send them my link, which is simple. Then the corporate YouTube channel for product information. And this is where you may see Dr. Dan more and more. And there's so many videos on there of him, and it's loaded with product information. Remember how I said way back when I started, I stayed up late at night? I was like up so late all night just because I wanted to know, and that's how it was here. I want to know more and more and more about the science, the products, the business, and I didn't spend too much time on it. I do want to say that. I didn't spend too much time. And that would be called getting ready to get ready. And I did not do that. I knew enough and I went. And then sometimes I would have things playing in the background, like while I was driving or I was getting ready, just to hear it, just to understand more. Okay, bioavailability, higher absorption. You are not necessarily you are to eat, you absorb. Like little things like that you can catch on. And it's not that you have to sit and just listen to all of that right then. You can listen to it in the background. So I recommend that and talking to people. And once you come across something that interests you, and you're like, wait, I'm thinking, and you thought of a friend. Oh, I just thought of a friend that I met at a university. And you're like, okay, to send him a message, go, I was just watching this video and I thought of you because, okay, are you open? I want you to take a look. And doing that, these videos trigger thinking of people that you want to reach out to and trust that. When those people come to you, trust that and reach out to them. There's corporate social media with IG, Instagram, Rednote, and WeChat. Those plug into those, and you can keep up to date on, oh my gosh, products. They have really fun marketing that they do. If you are a social media person and you want to repost things, they're really great images that you can repost. You can always grab those in the back office as well. And then there we go for the corporate updates. So wall.3international.com. This is your site to really, if you have a question about a promo, if you have a question about the upcoming event, you're going to go to that page. If you have a question about incentives, go to that page. They're all marked out and you can go and look there first. I always, when I talk with people that I'm working with, say go there first, and if you can't find it, then talk to me. So they go there first. They usually find it. They usually find their answer there because it has to do with what's going on within the company. This book, okay, field resources and support. We have a WOW workbook. This is the Welcome Orientation workbook, and this has the beautiful scenery of Sedona, Arizona in the background. And Kemwe, this is where she likes to spend much of her time when she's not traveling the world. And this is where the three vision was really born, was her out hiking. And so seeing these mountains and knowing what manifested from this location gives me some goosebumps, thrill bumps. It's a beautiful, beautiful project that we're all a part of. And the support that you have and the resources, your sponsor, your upline leaders. So ask your sponsor that. Go with your upline leaders, be like, okay, what's our lineage of, our team? And they'll let you know that, so who you could connect with besides your sponsor. There's weekly live Zoom calls that you easily access, just like this one that you're doing right now. There's an opportunity showcase. So that one is always the first day of the week, Monday night in the US, Tuesday morning in Asia. And that is to invite people to take a look, invite guests, hop on yourself to look and not look to learn. This is where you learn and you're training yourself on different presentation styles. And somebody may say something on there and you're like, "Oh, I like that." That's what I do, and I'll write it down. And that is meant for prospects. And so you're inviting people to take a look at three. They're usually about 30 minutes of a presentation, and then there's always three live testimonials at the end, so people can hear real people, real results. And it has to do with product and with the business model. Then we have our onboarding, which is what you're on right now. And it is where I am, it's 8 a.m. And it's morning in the US, in North America, and it's evening over in Asia. And then we have our wellness, and that is on Wednesday nights in the US. It's Thursday morning in Asia. And that one always will have an expert, like a health expert on, and a host and testimonials. And it's all centered around the product. So, what we've noticed with looking at the numbers is that when people get on that opportunity showcase that very first day of the week, and then they get on the Wellness Wednesday, so a prospect, that's like a 1-2 power punch. When people get on those two, they're like lights out. They know that they want to do this. They want to use the products. Their confidence is higher. They're signing up. So use those two back to back. And there's also recordings of those as well. And then we have empowerment. And empowerment is Tuesday evening in North America, and it's Wednesday outside of North America. And that has to do with really empowering topics. And you're going to hear from many leaders on all these, many leaders for the empowerment that have gone down this path and had massive success. You're going to hear what's working with people that are new and upcoming. So it's really powerful for the empowerment webinars that we have. And then we have business trainings. And those are training specifically around, whether it's connecting with people, whether it's inviting people. So those specific skills to hone in on for yourself. So those are all recorded. If you get on live, we love the live feel of it. We do, just like right now with all of you. And then the recordings are on Spark Global YouTube channel. It's loaded. It's very well organized for you to find everything that you want by different categories with which live Zoom it was on, and then the digital wow book. So this book right here, this is truly your starting point. After you get logged in and all that, you go to this book. And to get the digital version, ask your sponsor for it. Ask them, say, "Hey, I'm looking for the Welcome Orientation Workbook. Where would I find that? Would you send it to me, please?" And this is where you start. You could print it out. One of the very first pages has to do with your why and your goals. And that's where I like to start with people, is really why three for them. And what that helps to do is it really helps to develop your story. And your story is your best asset. your story. You all have a story. And you're like, wait a minute, Holly, I haven't even received my products yet. How do I have a story? You have a story of how you were introduced to three. What lit up a spark in you where you're like, I want this. I can do this. I am doing this. What was that? What moment was that? Was it something that was said? Was it something you watched? You have a story to share with people, and it should be 3 minutes or less, something that you'll definitely practice. And then you'll start with that book. So the local, regional, international showcases and training. So these are something to check in with your sponsor. Ask them, hey, when are the local events coming up, or regional or international showcases and trainings? I mean, I right off the top of my head, I'm like, we have convention in Salt Lake City, June 26th to the 28th. And that's everyone's invited to that. And I know we do have events coming up in bigger events in Malaysia and Taiwan in July. And there's many in between there. Because what we do here is we build event to event. So there's local events. I have one tonight where I am. We have one with Dr. Dan Gubler. We're super excited. And then that's why we're meeting with all of the health professionals today. So that's not a typical day for me. So then we have regional events. I just got back from one of those on Saturday. There's a regional going on tonight in Dallas, Texas. So ask your sponsor, go, hey, what are the events coming up in the next month? This week, next week, and get up to date on where to look those up. So activating your business plan starts with your why. I already alluded to that because that's what starts in the WOW workbook is your why and your goals. What motivates you to do this? This is your story. It's your branding for your project. This is your branding. You are the branding. People are attracted to you. They're attracted to that spark where you're going somewhere and they're like, "You look different." And some of that, yes, is the products. Absolutely. These products, wow, have transformed my skin. Oh my goodness, whites of my eyes, like all these things. That's liver health. So you can tell I really love products. And so that's part of my branding. When people will say that, I'll be like, thank you. I'll be like, I found something that I'm so excited about. I didn't know that I would be, building a massive team again. And here I am. It's products that have integrity. It's products that perform. It's products like I've never seen before. And pair that with a company that I trust that has an amazing financial rewards plan, like we're off to the races. And then I just zip it. And then they ask usually like, well, what is it? So you guys, I just shared a little bit, just in my story, a little bit. But work on your story because you are what they're attracted to. And then identify your top 20 colleagues. So it could be colleagues with you thinking on a business level, you're thinking, hey, I want my 10 board of directors. Like who would I want to work with? And you're like, I've always wanted to work with them, or I worked with them before and work with them again. And you're going to talk with them. You're going to use the help of your sponsor and your upline, your team, because they're going to help you with creating the message and saying, hey, yeah, I'm available at this time to meet. Let's see if they can meet then, whether it's Zoom or it's in person. So identify those. And there's people that trust you, people that want more in life. And it's like-minded individuals. So going back to the want more in life, this one just came up for me last night as we've been in front of a few people, and I'm like, they didn't really they didn't really show that they want more. They're coming back. They're coming back to hear more. They are. And I'm like, move forward though. Like keep those people on your list. Absolutely. And follow up with them and to get them going. And you have to keep going. So we have 20 in here listed, not two. And I think that's the part where people may get honed in only on a few people when really you need to expand that because there's so many people over here that aren't just over here where they're like, do I want more? Do I not want more? You want to find people that want more. And, let's talk about more. More is more health. It's more vitality. It's more activity. It's more feeling alive. It's more spark in their life. It's also more time to spend time with people that they love and want to be with, or spend time alone on retreats and doing whatever they want to do. It's having money to do that. It's more finances that people can tap into, you know, upgrading themselves. The next flight, they upgrade themselves to first class versus being in economy. Why? Because that's something they're like, hey, I want more. And they want to be able to do that. So having more, providing more for their family, talking with their kids, saying, you know what, we can pay for your education. Like it's more, that's more, and having that desire. So, and sometimes finding those people, it takes conversations for you to share your like up-leveled view of life, for them to be like, wow, could I do this? Why not me? And it's your invitation to ask them to take a look. You're inviting them to take a look. And when they are moved by, hey, I do want more, then watch out. That's who you're looking for. And so when there's people you come across that necessarily don't want more, that's okay. That's their path. They may try a product here or there. Something may trigger them to be like, hey, I want to do this. So just don't focus on a few people, make it more. So we're 20 people is your very first plan. It's 20 people. So connect with your top 20 and leverage the tools and events and your sponsor to share the opportunity. So you're not in this alone. You are not alone. You have a team to support you. And it starts with your sponsor and it starts with your leaders. And then you plug into events. We have so many events, just like what you're on right now. I'm here to support you through these events, such as this, and connect with them. Work on your wow book. Your wow book is a massive asset. And it has things in there to help you to make your list and such. There's links in there for you to watch things. If you're like, hey, I need to watch an opportunity showcase, there's one right there for you to watch. And invest time and learn and grow your business. And what you're investing in is you stepping into that up-leveled version, and your goals and your why. And, I didn't learn this overnight. I did not. I did not. What has definitely had my growth excel is the consistency. I at first would like plug in, plug out, plug in, plug out. Then once I decided like this is it, I plugged in, plugged in, plugged in every single day. So it takes practice, it takes patience with yourself, it takes practicing talking with people, talking, just learning it, enrolling people. So don't be hard on yourself. Ask for help. You have customer support to help you with enrolling, as well as your sponsor, everyone else. And here's some gentle reminders, because we always need these gentle reminders. A business takes time to build. So, Rome wasn't built overnight. And it takes time. And this is where I'm seeing it unfold. The last 2 years of us starting this project and seeing that time accumulate with results. And people that are the consistent ones are the ones that are seeing the most results. So, what you can do here is be consistent. No, I am touching my three business every single day. And that may be simply in the beginning, watching a training on the Three International app. It could be reaching out to a person, following up with a person, talking, making a new connection, adding them to your list person, always doing an action within your business. And then even more actions than that. Don't stop there. Be like, wait, I've got more in me today, and go more. So you're in business for yourself and not by yourself. That's the beauty of this platform, is you are in business for yourself. That pay is going to you. And you're not by yourself, though. You have an entire support staff here with you. And here we have SW, 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 and N. You're like, what? What does this mean? And the US would be like Southwest Airlines. It's not that. What it means is some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting next. So just being kind with yourself with that, knowing, Okay, not everybody is going to take a look. And some of the people closest to you may be the ones not. And don't let that bring you down. Naturally, yes, it would bring you down. You're like, I thought they trusted me. I thought they would do at least take a look. And some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Next. Okay, so just don't get so emotionally involved with people's responses and be you. Be sincere. And I always say, hey, we don't want to, force a square into a peg hole. So it may not be for them at this time, and they're going to watch you though. And you're going to get a lot of yeses. I'm just going to say that. And people are going to watch you and be like, wow, what are they doing? What is she doing? What's he doing? And be that example. 5 M's. So more letters for you guys. 5 M's. But more meetings mean more miracles. More meetings. So this is one-on-one, it's a Zoom meeting, it's having a few people at a coffee shop meet you, it's going to a local meeting, it's going to a private showing, a business reception, a home meeting, bigger meetings, meetings, right? More meetings means more miracles. And miracles come in the form of everything we talked about with the more piece of it. So you could also say more meetings mean more money. Hone and master your craft. And this is where dive in, plug in every day, plug into the trainings, have things playing. I always say my car's a rolling university where I can just, learn. I can learn as I'm driving and know your why, have a plan and work your plan and talk with your sponsor and your leaders about this. And you are the architect of your journey. So you're designing your destiny. Where do you want to go? You are building this yourself. That's the beauty of it. Don't have limitations on yourself of where you can go. Really decide where do I want from this? Where do I want to go? Enjoy and have fun building your dream. And that's what I love is the fun part is that we get to design this. And I will say this, for all the planners out there where you're like, "Hey, I like to have a plan of action, like exactly of how this is going to look, who's coming in, which side they're going to." It doesn't work for planners that way. So you're going to have patience with yourself. It doesn't, it could, yes. And yes, you're like, it's going to go exactly like this. It hardly goes exactly like that. Be flexible with it. Be flexible with knowing, hey, I don't know everything that's going to happen within my business. And what that does is it opens up a whole new world for your business to grow without you controlling every aspect of it. So be open to that and saying, I'm ready for my business to grow. I want my business to be a freight train. Say that and get plugged in. So thank you everyone for joining me and get started. I hope this absolutely helps you to start your spark and really ignite and really connect with more people and help them to start their own. Okay, bye everyone.